What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. I'm so glad you guys clicked on the video. Glad to see you guys again for another quick video. If you are a new subscriber, do me a favor real quick. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Give me a like and subscribe if you want. I think you should because I'm pretty awesome and I love you already and ain't ish you could do about it. Oh, love is free. Hmm. Anywho, I wanted to come in and do a really quick Ask Miss Honey video. I got a couple of questions right before around Thanksgiving time, and the questions were a little on the adult side, so I didn't really want to do that before the holidays, but now I feel like I'm in a good place to answer the questions. And I thought I would bring you guys along while I did that. So let's get started really quickly before we get into Ask Miss Honey. And give you your tip for today. Okay, guys. So your tip for today is going to be the Vaseline Intensive Care Pure Cocoa Butter. It is a body oil gel. Now, you guys remember back in the day, we used to use um, coconut oil and Vaseline on our legs and that type of thing. Um, this is the same thing except it's been updated and it is in a gel form, which I much prefer. And just any lotion that you use, daily moisturizing lotion. Okay, so what I do is I take um, a small amount of the Vaseline gel and a small amount of the lotion, and I put them together. And this is what I use all over my body. I have different lotions that I use for different things, but all of them get just a little bit of that Vaseline intensive care um, gel oil. It stretches your lotion. It helps your lotion to go on really great. It it's very moisturizing. It creates a barrier between your skin and the cold, the wind. Um, it's got a really great scent. It gives your skin a very soft, supple texture. And mixing it with the oil keeps it from being too oily, too shiny on your skin. It stretches the lotion. The lotion helps it to sort of, um, be more malleable. If you use too much of one of anything, too much of anything, it can bead up and pill up a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't want that. You want to use enough moisture and hydration to cover your whole body in a really quick fashion. I noticed that I use a lot of hot water, and so my skin tends to dry out immediately when I get out of the bath. I use this combination. Like I said, I have different lotions that I use. I don't use a lot of highly perfumed lotions, but it works just as fine with perfume lotions. But give it a try, guys, and see if it's not something that helps you in these winter months create a level of hydration and a barrier in skin that you will be very happy with. I promise. So again, try that out. Let me know what you guys think about that, combining a dollop of this with your lotion. um, let me know. Let me know what you think. I have combined it in a small little Dollar Tree compact. Keep it in my car. I tend to get real dry, so y'all, I'm always on the hydration train. And I don't know if you could see the light and the glow in this skin right here on my face. That's hydration. That's all that is old illuminating glow from within. Okay. Our YouTuber for today is Design Fun. That's DESIGN EZINEFUN, Design Fun. She does DIY and home decor. All very, very accessible stuff. She shops at Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, places like that, Dollar Tree. She creates a lot of her own home decor. She is great at giving you instructions, very, very simple, easy to follow instructions. She has a beautiful aesthetic. um, Everything is very tastefully done. So if you're decorating a new space, if you want to revamp the space that you already have, please check out Design Fun and let her know Miss Honey sent you. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get into the two questions. Okay. The first question that I got was from a young lady who um, used to live apart from her boyfriend, but now they live together. Like he moved ahead of her, and then she came like some 3 or 4 months later. Um, and upon moving into the home that they now share in their new city, she discovered that he had porn on his tablet and on his laptop. And so her question for me was, is my boyfriend addicted to porn? Which I don't know if that's her question. I think in chit chatting back and forth with her on email that I think she just wanted to know if it was okay that he was watching porn, which Miss Honey can't necessarily tell you if it's okay. I could tell you if it's okay for Miss Honey. And I can ask you some questions. Um, so the questions, two questions that I asked her was, what type of porn is it that he was watching, and was he paying for the porn? And she answered no to the fact that he wasn't paying for porn, which I was like, okay. And then two, she said it was anime porn, which disturbed her, and I'm like, listen, y'all know it's very little Miss Honey hadn't done, seen done, or taught somebody to do. Okay? I'm just being as transparent as I possibly can with these questions. I don't necessarily have a problem with porn. Okay? Um, I think porn tastefully done can be a aid to a couple. Um, I think it can be a learning tool for people who may not necessarily know where all the parts go per se, in terms of how to connect dots and things like that. Um, or if you're trying to learn something new, I think it can be very, very helpful. And you can tailor it to be whatever you're into. If you're into soft, if you're into um, you know, it's the plumber. I can't pay my rent today. you know, Whatever you're into, you know what I mean? It could be tailored. There's all kinds of stuff out there for all kinds of people. Um, so I think she just wants to know if it's okay that he's watching it and if it's something she should be concerned about. I think she knows he's not addicted to it. I don't think she's worried about him being addicted. I think she's worried that it was something she wasn't sure about and it was new to her and foreign to her. So, she just didn't know how to feel about it. you know. And my thing is this anime. So he's probably a dude that's into comics and stuff like that anyway. You guys know comics and cartoons are two different things. Um, and I'm sorry, some of the best porn out there is anime porn. Get into it. It is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Um, that's just Miss Honey. That's Miss Honey's opinion. I think it would be behoove you to keep an eye on things. If this is something that is increasing, it may be an issue if he is 2 or 3 times a day, if he's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? If he late to work, if he get in the door and he don't want to have nothing to do with you, he just want to get straight to that computer. You may have an issue, my friend. But you've been gone. You've been out of his life on a everyday basis for a few months now. So it stands to reason he would need something to occupy his time. Better to have porn than to have a female or male in your space that he's dividing his love and his intimacy with. If you guys are not have not signed up for that type of thing, that's not something that you want. You want loyalty and monogamy. Um, I say go with the porn. So I would certainly put a pin in it, as my mama say, and keep my eye on it. Okay, keep my eye on it. All right, but I don't think I would worry about it. As a matter of fact, if I were you, I would explore it a little bit more. In my own time, I would look at it and find my own way in that arena and see if there's something that I might like, you know, see if something that fits me, see if it's something that, piques my interest, you know. What are some things that you think about when you trying to get where you going? You know what I'm saying? When you trying to get where you going, when you trying to get there, what are some things you think about? I may tailor my porn search to that. There's a lot of free porn sites out there. Go out there and see what you can find out from your own perspective. And then, if you want to, I would share that, have that conversation with him. I mean, you guys close enough to live together. You close enough to have these conversations and talk about it. But I certainly wouldn't meet it from this perspective, like that's weird, that's odd. What are you doing? I wouldn't even approach it like that. Nah, I'd approach it like, hey, check it out. I've been looking at some stuff, and this kind of like, I don't know what you think, and just communicate with your man about it. You know what I'm saying? Just communicate with your man. All right, but don't go in with your nose up in the air. You've already said that he's not paying for it. You've already said that it's not, something that is um illegal or hardcore, that type of thing. Um, you know what I mean? Bestiality, that type of thing. It's not that situation. He's into anime. Um, First of all, you've gone into his private computer and all that stuff. So I wouldn't even approach it from that standpoint. I would just let him know that you've been going out there, you've been looking at some stuff, and you want to talk about it, and you guys communicate about it. That's my opinion. That's my best advice. I always try to give people my best advice. That is my best advice. Don't come from this real judgy, snooty place. That's your man. You love him. You can see that it's not something that he's doing in a detrimental way. Keep your eye on it now. Okay? It's easy for anything for a human being, like my mama say, you can't put nothing past this flesh. Nothing past this flesh. Always keep your eye on the pot, baby, lest it boil over on you. Okay? You don't want that. But at the same time, don't be henny penny the sky's falling about it. I mean, it's just porn. Okay. Second question I got was about a young lady who has known her boyfriend um, for about 3 months, and he wants to engage in anal sex. Now, y'all know it's very little Miss Honey hadn't done, or taught somebody to do. Okay. Um, but that's one thing I always said that I wanted to save for marriage. If that's something my husband wanted to do, then cool. We could talk about it. We could work out a plan. We could form formulate a system of how we gonna approach this thing, how we gonna, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna be the, yeah, I don't, we just have to talk about it. But it's not something I would engage in um, from a dating perspective because it is a very, very intimate thing. I never understood why people call gay men punks and sissies because it's a brave, brave, brave thing, in my opinion, for a person to, it's very courageous. It takes a very courageous person to embark on this type of intimacy. Um, in my opinion, first of all, you got to have a certain amount of trust with people, especially as a woman. If your partner is opposite the sex of you, like, you know, obviously you are a female, you've expressed that. If your partner is a male, you gotta have a lot of trust because he's stronger than you. You know what I mean? And it's real easy for you to, um, if you don't know this person, if you don't trust this person, it'll be real easy for you to get hurt, in my opinion. So get to know an individual before you put that much trust in a person. And that's not something you want to get a lot of miles on. That, in my opinion, you know, my humble opinion. You don't want to have a lot of miles on anything in that area, the front area or the back area. You don't want a whole lot of miles in any place. It's not good for a woman to put a lot of miles on her body in that perspective. So therefore you must be choosy about it. Now, if this is something you feel like um you want to do, you want to explore, um start with your own self. You know what I mean? Start looking at this um, from a very personal perspective, meaning um, you be the first to um, introduce yourself to this new thing. You know, it's a lot of things an individual can do to um, become experienced, to train themselves in this type of uh, activity. So do your research and get to know yourself in that way first. Is my opinion. And that way you have a idea of what to expect. You have an idea of what it is that you like or don't like, and you can speak intelligently. In other words, that's where your power comes from as a female, is educating yourself on not only the act of it, but educating yourself on your body and how your body reacts to it. All right. You never ever let somebody else dictate to you, um, and you don't have a perspective of your own. So, in my opinion, you can't even have an intelligent conversation about it. Like, you can't even entertain the thought or the notion of it until you educate yourself and educate your body on it. I would do all of that first before I would ever entertain that. And really, 3 months is no time to know somebody. I got a girlfriend that give her boyfriends um, 3 seasons. So he's got to go through spring, uh, fall, and winter, you know, or spring, winter, and summer, whatever, autumn, I don't know, 3 seasons before she even have a conversation with them about that, you know. Now, that's not Miss Honey's thing. That's not Miss Honey's thing, okay? But I can respect that. I can also respect giving somebody, you know, 10 dates or 30 dates. But this is a separate situation, in my opinion, because you can get seriously hurt, and you can find yourself in a position where you may be out of your league. So, govern yourself accordingly. Right now, do the work with yourself. I wouldn't introduce another human being into that part of my experience until I knew for myself what I liked and what I didn't like. And that's going to require probably a trip to the store, the adult store. Okay? All right, that's my best advice. Um, Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Ask Miss Honey. I hope that I was transparent. I hope that I was honest. I hope that I was clear. Again, all of this is my own opinion and my best advice as I know it. This is the same thing I would recommend to a little sister, a little brother of mine. It's the same advice I would give myself. Um, so, you guys know I'm no expert, but this is what Miss Honey would do. Okay? Um, so, the most important thing through all of this for both of these questions is to exercise strong communication, educate yourself, and keep those lines of communication open, honest, non judgmental communication going. Okay, guys. Um, Again, if you guys are new to my channel, I would love it if you go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I would love it if you subscribe and join the honeybees. Okay, I love each and every one of my honeybees, and I would love, love, love to have you as a part of my family. Okay, so until next time, honeybees, I'll holla.